Good morning, this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talk on Timeless Tuesday. Timeless Tuesday. Okay, so I am going to start with the poor cup. I'm sorry, I have to start with the pussy mushroom. Anyway, I am done using the Cooper cup. So I never got a chance to use the disc or whatever. I ordered them, but you get like eight discs in a box. And for anybody, I guess any guys that listen, Cora Cup has everything to do with your period, with my period, with the women's period, and your period too. If you have a significant other and you're concerned about her body and the wellness of it. So the disc, I never got to use the disc. Like I said, it comes eight in the box, and I think it's like on a reorder or whatever. And so, like, they just, I guess you just order them and they just come. I think you throw them away after you use them. So the one thing I found out, yeah, I had like, man, I think Friday I was like, yes, this is just it. It still is it. It is. Only thing is, I don't think that anybody should wait 12 hours to do it because that's when it got messy. It was like, I didn't even wait 12 hours. I think it was like 6 and it was just messy. So it's not that messy, but it's still messy. It's just enough to be like, ugh, I don't want to do shit. It's like, it was mucusy and all. So anyway, it's just like, it was just gross. It's just gross. So same concept or whatever. And it was just easy to take. It's just easy. I don't know. It was just so easy. Like it was just like the easiest thing. I had like no freaking issues, like no kind of whatever. That was it. I think one day it was just too long. It was just too messy. That was it. So I wouldn't even recommend 12 hours, but I could see how you could do it and just like get away with it. For me, no. Like I'm just not. I can't. No. It was too much for me. So yeah, just it does get messy because at first I was like, no, it's not messy at all. It's okay, and that was like the second day. But I guess as it gets heavier or whatever throughout your period, then it just like it fills up quicker and it's just messy. But like I said, I still didn't feel anything. I was still able to be active and stuff, and it was just like it was freaking. I think it's freaking awesome. Now I did say I recommend to everybody, but then I started thinking about little girls and stuff like starting. I don't think so. I think that maybe just for older women or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what age. I think preferably like after you have sex. I don't know. But anyway, it's just like I think that it's because I was thinking about the hymen, like will it break it or whatever? This is from a scientific. I don't know. From a scientific point of view, you don't want your kid to break her hymen. I don't know. So that's how I feel about it. But anyway, yeah, just later on in life. But I did find it very spectacular, and I'm happy that I tried it, and I'm happy that I have it to use it because I think even when you don't have the money, like as long as you have that, it's like I feel like it's a one-time investment, and maybe I guess cleaning and stuff too. I guess you gotta clean too, but I feel like it's a one-time investment, and I think it's worth it. Like I really do. I think that later on, maybe you have to replace it, every few months or so. But I'm pretty sure, like it's just like an investment. Like it's like something that you could just keep around for a little while. So I really, really like it. No problems. No problems for me. Just don't go extra. Don't do the extra hours. Don't do the extra time. None of that. Just let it be. Let the pussy mushroom be and empty it when you call. I think also now that the pussy mushroom is out, they need to start making more bathrooms with the sink inside the bathroom. Just in case. Just in case you gotta empty it, at work or something. You gotta wash your hands, you gotta be in that sink. You gotta be by the sink. So, that's it, I guess time is Tuesday. I thought about something, so I got a chance to listen to Common and I was like, oh, you know what? So I went through my whole spiritual thing, like I would say like an addict, because I mean, it's just like I get addicted to working, and even though it's like it feel like it's positive stuff, it's like I just do it too much. So then, because I'm always like, yeah, I work 4 jobs. It's like, bitch, you should not have been working 4 jobs. Like that's the whole thing. Like it's like I'm not saying it like, oh yeah, then I got to work. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, man, I worked. I just focused on myself, and at the same time I lost myself too because I didn't leave myself time to enjoy stuff. And I thought being a teacher, I thought that in the summertime I would want to do that, but I would be so zonked out that I didn't even, I got to clean up my house. It's like so much stuff you have to do in the summertime. You got to clean up your house, go to professional development, try to have time with your family if you have one, a party or try to relax or whatever. Like just basically get your life together during the summer. So it's almost like, man, you still doing stuff, and if you really care about your job, you probably working another job with some more kids or whatever. So even with that time, you just like you don't even think about yourself, or you think about developing more products for kids and stuff like that, But it's like that's not what my passion is. It's not really what I want to do, even though I could do it. It's not what I want to do with the rest of my life. So I don't know. It was just like a wake up call. Like, girl, please get, you could be doing so much more stuff and you're creative. Now, art class, man, teaching art and then having problems and stuff, like, you have so much more potential than, wasting your time stressing about making friends at work and doing all this different, like, it's just like, it's just something I used to tell my kids. Like, when you get older in life, you'll be able to work around people that are more like you, or you'll be able to be in a group of people that's more like you. And it's like, that's been something that's been hard to find for me. So it's like, I feel like, yeah, that's my seeking now. It's like to seek out people that are more like me that work and that's what they do, and it's not work. It's just like you just playing. It's like I want to get paid to play. Like that's how I feel. Like I feel like I should be able to get paid for the play that I do. So that's it. But I just really enjoyed listening to him because I was like, well, this is my teaching. Even though I feel like Eminem is my pain. I felt like went through my pain. I felt like Common is my teaching. Like this morning I got to listen to some of the stuff and I was like, oh, yeah, listen to your children. I never knew he said that in his song because I stopped listening for a while. So I really apologize. I was just on the light. Like I was still on the light. And I know, man, I bet people like this bitch. She don't know nothing. Like she don't do nothing. But I do, and it's just like I do other stuff besides do that. But I really appreciated just the whole fact that, that he's my teacher. I guess that's my teacher then, I just, a lot of his stuff that he said was good. Good morning. Good. Have a good day. Okay. Hello. Yeah, a lot of his teaching is just like what it is. It's just I don't know. I feel like, that I probably did put a lot of what he said into my life too, in my classroom. And the funny thing is I never even listened to it like that. That's why I'm like, we so connected and we don't even know we connected. Like, some stuff we still teach together, but we'll stay apart from each other because it'll be like, well, you're not a Christian. You're not a Christian. Are your hair is not combed, or your shirt is torn, or your jeans are ripped, or, you had your period today and it leaked everywhere. But yeah, it's like you just, like, people just find excuses to stay away from people, and it's almost like we really do teach the same. Like, we really do have the same information to give, and we don't work together to do it. And I think that was, like, something that helped me the other day, too, when I was writing, because I thought about that, like, how people get together, they become couples, and they don't work together. You just, like, but y'all could do so much more together than you could apart. It would be, like, more so where the man would be like, well, I'm taking over, and I'm going to make you push back. Instead of saying, okay, well, let's do this together, and let's see what happens. Because sometimes it'd be like, oh, that's a different perspective, baby. Like, instead of just, like, coming together. Like, oh, that's different. That's different. Okay, I get it. And, that's, I don't know, it was another couple. I know K-Spade, I know she committed suicide, but, she tell her story and she talk about how her husband helped her. He quit everything to help her. And it was like, what would the company have been the same if she just had to do it by herself with him just sitting there watching her do it, or would the company be the same where he helped her? And that's the other thing. He was blessed with her mess because he knew what her mess was. So that's some guys will come in, look at all this stuff, you gotta clean up. But it's like he knew what her mess was, so I'm pretty sure it was easier for him to cope with like the purses and the startup and all this different stuff. She said she had stuff everywhere, boxes at the top of stuff and different stuff, and it's just like that's how it is. It's like that's that mess that you have to cope with. He knew it because that was his mess too. It wasn't just not. It wasn't just her trying to get through it. It was both of them trying to get through it. So that's the whole thing. It's like sometimes it's like we just forget that, man, I got a partner over here. Women too, that's the hardest part about teaching lately. That was the hardest part. It's like when I first started, I was by myself. Then I get a partner that don't want to do anything. Well, actually, I had a partner, but we just didn't really get along because she felt like people put me over her. So it's like, okay, but I don't feel that way. So come to me and talk to me about it. Like, don't let these people hinder what we have together. So then and I think I ended up calling her ugly because I felt bad. I just, it's not that I felt bad. It's just like, I feel like she treated me a certain way because other people treated me a certain way. But I never said anything. Like, I wasn't even involved in the situation. So then comes my next partner, and it's like this dude is like selfish. Like, he just like all about himself. But at the same time, not only is he selfish, he has personality issues. This stuff that I'm just like, I don't know how to get over this ignorance. Like, it's almost like if his ignorance gets out, then it'll be problems. Like, he would try to start stuff with the coworkers, like, oh yeah, she doesn't like you, or I don't like her. And it's like, but so what? She cool. Like, I think she cool. I don't care what you say. Like, it's like you have to like. It was just like one of those situations where you got to fight over something else, and so then you get like, okay, this shit, like, and that's all I've been running into. The same kind of people, just like, well, what about this person? What about that person? What about this? And what about that? It's like, no, like, all we got to do is figure it out and work together. That's it. And that's why I put all my energy into the classroom. That's why I love those classes so much, is because I taught them how to work together at all costs. I taught them I was like, y'all gonna work together. You're gonna have to. Like, that's just how it is, because we stuck with each other. Nobody's moving to another classroom, nothing. And if we work together, I'm gonna work to make sure you happy that you're working together. And so if you ever ask me that, like, nope, she just helped us. Like, it wasn't even, I was a student too. I had a student desk. I sat with the students. I did the same student work. I did everything they did. I took the test before they took the test. I did all of it. And when they took the test, I took the test. I got answers wrong. Sometimes I would get a 96 and not a 100. Sometimes I would get 88 and not a 100. And sometimes the kids that were better than me, they got 100. So it was just like, okay, well, this is my situation. And that allowed me to start to learn more about what was going on inside my classroom. They ran the classroom. Not to say that they decided that, no, discipline was mine. But even that, we would discuss it. We discussed discipline. Like, we were like, okay, well, is this harsh enough for this person not to be able to do this? And if it got to a point where it's just like where nobody can handle discipline, that's when I stepped in and said, this is mine. Like, this discipline is mine. Like, it's my discipline. Like, I run this motherfucker. But not really, no. I just tell them, hey, no recess. So it's just like we get to this point where we don't realize that we working together. And even though now I see a lot of people working together, I see it. But now I want to see it in front of me. Like, I want to see people working together in front of me. Like, I want to be in situations where that's it. Instead of, like, always excluding me or trying to push me out of every situation. Like, it's okay, well, let's see what you do. And now let's push you away. Okay, you make all that, you do everything you can do. Show us, and then we'll push you away, and then we'll do it. It's like, but let me be included, because I want to be part of the team, too. Like, I want to be a team. And I think that's how I always say that's what I came up with. But, yeah, that's what I came up with because I came up with a different design, because it's just like, I don't know. I feel like people always want to be the top. It's like, well, how can you lead something, if you're not in the top position? If you're not, you can still lead. What you do is you quietly lead. You sit back and lead, because the people around you all have to learn, and you are the master. You know everything. So in order for you to be able to discover what it is, what the problems are, how to fix the problems and stuff, you got to kind of be in the middle. You can't be at the top, because at the top you're going to make fucked up decisions. You're going to put yourself, if you were ever the hiring manager and some person come and tell you, well, this person discriminated against me, you already got your story to counteract what this person is saying. So you're not even listening to what the other person is saying. You're not even hearing the words that are coming out their mouth, according to Friday. about what they're discussing to you, because you already think you have a solution, but the solution could be something totally different.